Welcome back to another book haul. This might be my biggest book haul to date. I have accumulated a lot of books over the past month or so. Unfortunately, whenever I'm on a reading slump, my immediate reaction is to buy as many books as I can, which I did exactly that. I bought a majority of these books on Book Outlet, which if you don't know what Book Outlet is, you're missing out. Book Outlet is my holy grail. If you are a Canadian girly, you know the struggle with buying books. So Book Outlet is actually a discounted bookstore. I love it over there. And then the rest of the books were bought at Indigo. I'm so excited to show you guys what I got. I got so many books. I think there's around like 30 books here. I went crazy, okay? I'm sorry. Okay, so let's start with the first purchase, which is actually from Book Outlet. Right here is the first purchase. I got The Things We Left Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros, which I've heard is a very gut-wrenching, tear-jerking kind of book. Very excited to read it. Love books like that. And Rebecca Yarros, I love her. And then I got The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This book is about these teenagers who have superpowers. They work for the FBI and they use these superpowers to help solve cold cases. I loved The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I'm very excited to read this one too. I've heard such great things about this one too. A lot of people really love this. And the next is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't read Akatar. I've been trying to read it for over the past 2 years. Still haven't done it. Don't know what my problem is. I need to read that before buying more books. But this was discounted, okay? I got this for $7. I might as well get it. If you don't buy it, you're losing money. So I bought that. My goal for this year is definitely to read Akatar, the whole entire series. I keep putting it off. I need to stop doing that. And then I got Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. Love Catherine Center. I read The Bodyguard by hers and absolutely loved it. The only unfortunate thing about this purchase was it is a hardback. I hate hardback books, especially when it comes to romance or contemporary romance kind of books. It just irks me, okay? I hate it when they release it in hardbacks. I hate it. So I'm gonna be giving this away to my friend and I'm gonna buy the paperback version just because I can't stand it, okay? I cannot stand how it looks on my shelf. It needs to be all the same length for my romance books, all paperback for my romance books. I cannot stand hardbacks. I got The Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. I've already read this book actually. Loved it, loved it, loved it. It was such a cute little book. It's a very cozy fantasy. I loved the main character. She was phenomenal. She was such a great main character to follow. And I'm so excited to read the rest of the books in the series. I didn't know that this was a whole entire series, but I'm very excited to read the rest of the books. I love this world. I love the characters. They're all just so cute. I want to squeeze them. And then finally for this purchase, the classics, we are unfortunately going through a very difficult time in the world. And the one thing I know how to do for sure is to read. And I think it's time for me to finally read these classics. They're classics for a reason. They're very important. And so I bought myself a couple. I bought Canada's Own, The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. These two came in this very gorgeous leather-bound cover. I got 1984 by George Orwell, and then I also got The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, and then I got Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, and then finally I got this beautiful box set of Jane Austen books. And here we have Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, and Emma, all of which came in this beautiful, beautiful cover. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful. Anyways, those are all the classics I purchased. My goal is for sure to maybe read all of those before the end of the year. I'm gonna try my very best, okay? In the middle of waiting for these books, I actually went to Indigo to buy books while I was waiting for these books to arrive. First on the list, Things We Never Left Behind by Lucy Score. I actually read the first book in the series, which is called Things We Never Got Over. I actually loved it. It was such a fun little book. I read this in one sitting. I was on a flight to the Philippines and I had nothing but time, so I read as much as I could. Loved it. It was so cute. But this is the third book in the series. I skipped the second book just because this book is a second chance romance book and I love second chance romance books. You will always win me over with those kind of books. It just has like so much yearning, so much tension that I crave when I read. So I decided to read this one before the second one. Also, the second one just didn't feel like as exciting as this one, okay? And then I got The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. This book follows Addie LaRue, who in exchange for immortality, she gets cursed with people not remembering who she is when they meet her. And then suddenly someone does remember her. Look. I'm just gonna say it. This is the kind of fanfic I used to read. I love this kind of thing. Like, very exciting. And I've never read a book by V.E. Schwab, and she's been on my list of authors to read from, so I'm very excited to read this one. And then next I got The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent, which is the second book in the Crown of Naxia series, which I love the first book. I don't know why I stopped reading it. I have a problem with DNFing a series when I absolutely love it. So I bought this book. Unfortunately though, when I bought the first book, I actually got it as the self-published version. I believe she self-published this series first. So I got it as the self-published version. It was a bigger print, higher quality for sure. And then I read it. I finished the entire first book. Absolutely loved it. It was about vampires. Haven't read a book like that ever. So I was very excited to read the rest of the book, and I stopped reading it. So I'm gonna try and read the rest of the series that I absolutely fell in love with. I only hate that this is like not matching with its first book. And then next I got another series within the same world. This is The Songbird and the Heart of Stone by Carissa Broadbent. Still the same world, just different characters, I believe. I really don't know much about it. After that, I took a whole week break from buying books, and then I bought books again. So I got Alchemized by Sen Lin Yu. This book has a very, very long history actually. It was first written as Manacled on AO3, I believe, as a fanfic of Hermione and Draco, but because it is a fanfic, you cannot publish that book and make money off of it, as it is the intellectual property of another person. So to publish it, the author actually rewrote the whole entire book, made it her own fantasy world, and that's how we got Alchemized. Very excited to read it. Although I did not read Manacled, I've heard such amazing things about it, and very excited to be thrown back into the same world that I absolutely love, even though it's not like exactly the same. That being said though, this is a dark romance, and I haven't actually read a dark romance before, so this will be my first. And then next I got 11/22/63 by Stephen King. Currently in the middle of reading it. Such a ginormous book. This book follows our main character, who is a high school teacher. He gets tasked with a mission of killing the person who assassinated JFK. This is essentially like a time travel kind of book. It's a very lengthy book. This is my first ever Stephen King novel. I'm not entirely sure how most Stephen King novels are written, but I assume that a majority of them are written as like thrillers. This one's a very drama kind of book. It's a very interesting book to read, and although it's taking me forever, I will make sure to finish this book. And then again, I bought books on a book outlet. This is the books I got. So I made this purchase while I was reading 11/22/63 because it was a very lengthy and a very dense book. I read a couple books in between it just as a palate cleanser, and I was running out of standalone romance books to read, so I bought a bunch of romance standalone books to read. I was struggling reading 11/22/63, okay? First on the list, The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. I've actually read the next book to this series. I read that second book first before reading this book. I don't know if it really matters, but I really loved that book. I really loved the main character. Her name is Felicity, and she was so adorable. I wanted to squeeze her. So I got this one. And then I got The Rom-Comers by Catherine Center. I love this cover. This cover is so adorable. It's so stinking cute. I love it. Don't know what this book is about though. And then I got Call It What You Want by Alyssa Derogatis, purely because this is a Taylor Swift title. I also don't know what this book is about, but I do recall my friend wanting to buy this book when it was first released. So I bought it too. Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Also don't know what this book is about. I just know these are a bunch of romance books, and that was all that mattered to me. And then I got Happy Place by Emily Henry. Love this book. I have read it already, but I have the large print cover, and I wanted like a smaller copy that would match the rest of my books, of course. So I purchased this one too. I have the large print copy with the UK version, but because I want uniformity with all my contemporary romance books, I bought this one too. I absolutely love this book. Again, I love second chance romance books. This was my cup of tea. I love Emily Henry books, okay? Like, me and Emily Henry books, you can never separate us. And then I got The Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. Again, it was on sale. I got it for like $9. I was gonna buy it. I don't want to lose money. Even if I don't read it, I'm gonna for sure want to have the series on my shelf. So I bought it. This is a good investment, guys. And then lastly, for this purchase, I got The Apprentice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mirror. Again, absolutely loved Assistant to the Villain. It was so cute, and I was very excited to read the rest of the series. So I got this one. And then finally, we're going to our last ever purchase of this book haul. Starting off strong with A Funny Story by Emily Henry. I also have read this, but I purchased it as the hardback version. I couldn't help myself. I just wanted to buy this book as soon as possible, so I got it in the hardback version, but I am now realizing my mistakes, so I bought it the paperback version, and it now matches the rest of the books. I love this book too. It was a very interesting concept.
So we follow our main character Daphne, who was supposed to be getting married to her fiance, but then the fiance broke off the engagement because he realized that he was in love with his girl best friend. So the girl best friend and the fiance ran off together, and then our main character Daphne is stuck with the girl best friend's boyfriend. The boyfriend and Daphne end up living together.
It was a small town romance too. Absolutely devoured this book. This book was amazing. All Emily Henry books to me are 5 stars, of course. And then I got Mile High by Liz Tomford. I'm currently reading it. It follows our main characters, Stevie and Xanders. Xanders is a hockey player for this team, the Chicago Raptors. And Stevie is a flight attendant working with the airline that is working for the Chicago Raptors. And then they fall in love. And then finally, I got Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber. I'm so sorry, I think I'm losing my voice. Stephanie Garber is one of my favorite authors of all time. She wrote my favorite series of all time, which is the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. Absolutely love that book series. Cannot stop thinking about it. Cannot stop dreaming about it. It's my favorite of all time. This book is a adult fantasy book, I believe. I don't know much about it, but I know it's gonna be good. And look at how beautiful this cover is. Like, to die for. Anyways, those are all the books I bought. Bought so many books. It's crazy, I know. I promise I will no longer buy any more books until I finish my entire physical TBR. I swear. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you soon. Lots of love. Bye!